Hey everybody, welcome to week 4. Okay, week 4, we're really getting into this now. We're kind of hitting our groove and we're moving along really quickly in class. We've been getting into Microsoft Office pretty heavily. Now remember, Microsoft Office is different from Windows 10. Windows 10 is the operating system. That's really what's getting everything on your computer to work. All the hardware with the software, everything from the start button to Microsoft Office and many, many other things. Microsoft Office is something that kind of functions on the operating system, but it's distinct. It's this suite of products, right? So we've talked about OneDrive, and that's part of Microsoft Office. We've talked about Outlook, and that's part of Microsoft Office as well. The ones people are most common with, though, and Teams. We've talked about Teams a little bit. Yes, don't want to forget that. The ones that people are most common, are most comfortable with, or know best, are probably the next three we're going to be covering, which is Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And so this week, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word. So this is the word processing software that Microsoft uses. So comparable would be Google Docs. You might be familiar with that, Google Docs. Microsoft Word, I'll just tell you right now though, it's a much better, much more functional program than Google Docs. It just is. And one of the primary reasons is just like with Outlook, you have the web-based version, right? And then you have a downloadable version, a desktop version, and there are going to be some differences there. Okay, the desktop downloadable version is a little bit more robust. It has more features. You can still use the one in Microsoft Office 365. Very easy to save to OneDrive and things like that. But I just want you to know that distinction there. So this is word processing, but you can do a whole lot with it beyond just word processing. That's the hope that you're going to find the hope is that you're going to kind of learn more about that in the lecture, is that there are a lot of things you can do. In fact, the primary assignment, there's really two assignments this week. One is a quiz on Word, but the other one is the Word assessment. And this is going to challenge you to be able to do some basic formatting in Microsoft Word. So when you go into that assignment, and we'll have more to say about that down the road, in a day or two, you're going to see the instructions. The instructions are going to have you take a certain amount of text, copy and paste it into a blank Word document. And then, according to the instructions, you're going to format that text that you put in that blank Word document. So it's all about formatting that in a specific way, in a specific kind of style, which is known as APA style. American Psychological Association. This is a style guide, for writing papers and journal articles, all sorts of things like that, that is very common in academia, okay? And you're going to learn a lot more about that in your English classes and other classes. It's going to be all about how do you take research and how do you cite that properly in a paper, all sorts of things like that. But there's also just a general style that kind of makes uniform everybody's paper in APA. You need to have a title page, for instance. You need to have a references page at the end where you list all the references that you cite. You need to have page numbering, right? You need to have a certain font size and style. You have margins a certain way. That's APA formatting. So this word assessment is going to teach you, or it's going to challenge you. You're going to be taught about this in the lecture, but it's going to challenge you to take that text and put it into APA formatting, okay? This can be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully, when I have more to say about this in a day or two, I'll be able to put in like a video or something that might be helpful just to kind of get you started. I'm not going to walk you through the whole thing because that would basically be me doing the work for you, and we don't want that. But it might benefit you to get a little bit more information on that because it can be a little tricky. Okay, if you have questions about it, if you're unsure of how to do this, maybe this is, Microsoft Word is new to you or just APA formatting is new to you, reach out to me, okay? I don't know if you're struggling. I don't know if you're, worried about an assignment unless you reach out to me. And you all know how to do that. I've got a phone number listed, right? You can email me. You can hit me up on Microsoft Teams, which many of you are doing, and that's awesome. So keep that up. But if anything comes up with this assignment, just let me know, okay? And discussion, we're going to do another discussion where we have some options. One of them is an extra credit option, and it's just plain fun. It really is. So hopefully you'll get a lot out of those topics in discussion as well. So see how the week goes. As things come up, as questions arise, you guys know where to find me. Thanks, folks.